Argument continues over patient care at Berkeley County Animal Shelter. Despite a court ruling against it, a nonprofit group that claims animals at a Berkeley County animal shelter were abused is continuing to press ahead with its allegations and says it has ways to prove it. Meanwhile, county officials are sticking to their belief that a Supreme Court of Appeals of West Virginia case filed by Bethesa, Maryland-based Alley Cat Allies was rooted in money. They say the case the group filed against Berkeley County Animal Control at 700 S. Queen Street was not so much about helping animals as it was getting donations. Berkeley County Sheriff Nathan Harmon, whose office oversees the animal shelter, said a February 23 decision by the Supreme Court against Alley Cat Allies shows the court saw through the self-serving attempts of the nonprofit becoming the profiteer, according to a news release from the county. To stay up to date with latest top stories, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel by clicking the button above this video. Alley Cat Allies argued in a court petition that animals at Berkeley County Animal Control went days without necessary medical treatment. And the group argued that problem was a pattern at the shelter. The organization wanted the court to force the animal shelter to comply with a state law which says it's a crime to withhold necessary medical treatment for an animal. Harmon said previously there are procedures in how animals are handled at the shelter, and the practices are definitely adequate by any standard. In its petition, Alley Cat Allies detailed medical problems with some animals at the shelter and how they were further assessed by veterinarians outside the facility. Determined to press forward, the organization included records in its petition showing how the assessments at other animal care centers indicated that a dog that appeared to be in pain from various eye problems that allegedly went 8 days without necessary medical treatment in the shelter before the dog was adopted. In another instance, a cat had to be euthanized because of its condition after it left the shelter, according to the petition. Harmon suggested at a December news conference that perhaps the records were fabricated. During the news conference, Harmon took each of the animal cases that Alley Cat Allies raised in its court filing to explain how they were handled. He said animals were rescued from bad environments in some cases and received medical assessments. One of the animals, a dog, was taken there after being hit by a vehicle, Harmon said. The county said in its news release that the Supreme Court of Appeals of West Virginia rejected the petition from Alley Cat Allies in a 5-0 decision. The court unanimously and unequivocally found the petition to be baseless, Berkeley County Council Legal Director Anthony Delegati said in the release. Alley Cat Allies then said in a March 1 statement it's not giving up. Alley Cat Allies is determined to press forward on this case because the animals of Berkeley County deserve justice and protection from animal cruelty, Becky Robinson, president and founder of Alley Cat Allies, said in the statement. We have multiple legal remedies available, and we intend to use all of them. In their release, county officials dug deeper into their belief that a lot of the group's interest is in money. Alley Cat salaries, property purchases. The county officials said IRS filings from Alley Cat Allies shows the group paid 2 top executives more than $487,000 in 2019. The organization bought 17.2 acres in Berkeley County for $311,000 and purchased a house in Jefferson County in 2020 for $426,500. Almost immediately after filing its petition, Alley Cat Allies launched a fundraising campaign less than a week before Giving Tuesday, a day when millions of Americans donate to charity, the county said. Alley Cat Allies declined to comment beyond its March 1 statement. Robinson previously acknowledged buying property in eastern Berkeley County and said it was done to allow her organization to continue its work. Harmon, who took office in 2021, said previously that he has been closely involved in overseeing operations at the shelter and said improvements have been made in processes and conditions there. Harmon said he had been concerned about adequate cooling in hot weather months and the county installed additional air conditioning units. In a recent phone interview, Harmon said other improvements have been made, such as new computers and furniture for the shelter. He talked about the facility handling the county's growth needs and said possible expansion is limited by the size of the shelter's property. It's an older building, so there's some obstacles we have to deal with, Harmon said.